For 8 years, Arrow has stood on the shoulders of Smallville. Simply put, there would be no Arrow and no Arrowverse without it. So when we first started talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths, our first, second, and third priorities were getting Tom to reprise his iconic role as Clark Kent. To say that we're thrilled would be a Superman-sized understatement. These are the words of Mark Guggenheim, the Arrow co-creator and executive producer. We talked about these before on our last video about Infinite Crisis, where we discussed Tom Welling returning as Clark Kent / Superman for the Arrowverse crossover. However, there's news regarding the Arrowverse crossover and Smallville, and it's about Michael Rosenbaum. Michael Rosenbaum is, for a lot of people, the Lex Luthor they grew up with, just like Tom Welling is the Clark Kent they grew up with. He was Lex Luthor on Smallville. He was on for quite a few seasons, then eventually he left for a while, came back in the finale. He was in the comic series, Smallville Season 11, played a huge role in the series. But we're finding out now that he is not going to be returning for Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths. So why is that? Well, his tweet actually sums it up for us perfectly, so let's go over that real quick. On Twitter, Michael Rosenbaum posted a tweet, and it said, "Here you go," with a smiley face. And underneath it, it had an image which was a longer text format message that said, "Friends, many of you have tweeted and asked me about joining the Infinite crossover. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I'll just be straight up about this. WB called my agents Friday afternoon when I was in Florida visiting my grandfather in a nursing home. Their offer: no script, no idea what I'm doing, no idea when I'm shooting, basically no money, and the real kick in the ass, we have to know now. My simple answer was pass. I think you can understand why. I hope this answers all of your questions. Lovingly, Rosenbaum." I want to dissect this real quick, but I want to start out by saying I am totally on Michael Rosenbaum's side on this one. Like, we have his word to go off of. WB never released any statement at all, so as far as I'm concerned, his word is just that. It's his word, this is what happened. Since there was never a response, we don't have the other side of the story, but this is a business dealing. He didn't say anything harmful to Warner Brothers. He really just ran over it here. So he's not saying that they don't have a script at all. He's saying they did not provide him with a script. They just called him and said, "Do you want to come back as Lex?" I get that that's a great offer to some of us. Like, if you played Lex Luthor for a long time in a show, maybe you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I want to come back as Lex Luthor, I'll do it for free." Michael Rosenbaum, yes, he's an actor. Yes, he loves the fans. He says how grateful he is to us. But it doesn't mean he should work for free. And if they're offering him basically no money, they're not actually giving him an idea right now of when he's shooting. He's dealing with family issues right now, obviously. He's visiting his grandfather in a nursing home. You know, he's trying to take care of his family. And they're coming in like, "Hey, can you come in and do this for no money? We won't tell you what the script is right now. We're not sure when you're shooting, and we have to know right now today while we're calling you right now." And he's being asked this. He's being put on the spot. Yeah, he's going to say no. I don't blame him at all. This is a super unprofessional pitch that they delivered to him. And I say this as somebody who honestly loves probably most of the superhero content that WB puts out and DC Comics has done. I've been a defender in the past of things that everybody else has hated, and I've been partially lambasted for it. I really enjoyed Man of Steel. I think there's a really good movie in there. I really enjoyed the Ultimate Edition of BVS. I know it's not perfect, really enjoyed it. I love the Watchmen movie. So I'm not saying this to be like, hey, I have bad taste for everybody who's going to meme at me. But I'm saying I have stuck my neck out for Warner Brothers products in the past. I love DC Comics. I love what they're doing. I love the Infinite Crisis crossover idea. I'm going to be watching it. But this pitch to Michael Rosenbaum is ridiculously unprofessional. And I hope you can understand why he wouldn't want to do this part. Why he would not want to come back as Lex Luthor if he's being pitched this. Especially if he's in a sort of compromising situation right now with family and with dealing with other things. And I'm sure he's working on other projects too. He's a busy man. The dude played The Flash. So again, in recap, totally love Michael Rosenbaum. I'm not trying to, go out to bat for him and just defend everything he said, but this is what we have to go with. I totally get why he passed on this, if this was their offer to him. Makes complete sense to me. Would I have loved to have seen his version of Lex Luthor again? Yes, but you know what? He's throughout all of the Smallville series. There's 10 seasons. He's gone for a bit, then he's back, and he's an integral part of the season 11 comics, so I'm okay with it. I don't think this is really necessary. We've already got Tom Welling back. We've got Erica Durance back. That's enough from Smallville. We're already going to have characters from other iterations of these heroes. It's just not necessary. Totally fine with this. I get it. Michael Rosenbaum, I'm sure you'll never see this video. At least I would assume not. I'm tiny. But, best wishes to your grandfather, to you. I hope that there's a lot of great projects coming your way in the future. I would love to see you come back as Lex at some point in the future if they ever do any kind of limited continuation of Smallville that's meaningful for your character, or if they ever do the animated series that you expressed an interest in. I'd love to see you back. In the meantime, mad respect and props to you for being so straightforward with the audience and letting us all know what's going on behind the curtain. A lot of actors don't do that. They keep things to themselves, and then people just kind of stew in the juices and spread rumors. This is how to address things. Mad respect. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this whole situation. Do you believe Michael Rosenbaum did the right thing not returning to the Lex Luthor part? Do you wish he was coming back? Do you understand why he didn't? Or do you just not care at all? Do you just not give a crap? You don't think Lex is needed here? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content just like it. We play games on this channel. We discuss all kinds of DC Comics and Marvel Comics news. We do all kinds of stuff with superheroes. That sounds weird. I mean, we cover all kinds of superhero stuff. So guys, love you. See you in the next one. Peace.